Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Welcome, PUBG test server.
Welcome,
Dan.
server.
What is your character, man?
What do you mean?
I don't think I've ever seen your character before.
Red shirt?
He has like one of those hair colors that you get on a car, where like it's one color from one angle, and then when he leans forward, it's a completely different shade.
Back in the 80s, we called that hypercolor on the t-shirt you used to blow on. Did you guys ever have those, or that's dating myself?
I might have, actually.
I do not know what that is.
Austin, so it's like, picture like a light colored shirt, and then you would literally like put it up to your mouth and breathe on it, and it would change color.
That sounds just unbelievably 80s.
It's amazing. Speaking of amazing, our
Yeah.
boys back from Champions of Fire.
Yeah. Hello.
Respectable 4th out of 12.
Dude, I'm stoked. I set out to be one of the top 2 in qualifying, and I managed to sneak into that number 2 spot. No shame in losing to Hafu. She practiced hard, and like Dan said, she ice in her veins on stage. She's a seasoned veteran competitor. Like,
we were talking a little bit off camera. I didn't know her from anyone else, but you can't help but root for her. Just ice water in her veins, classy champion. Even though she didn't champ it out, she was acted like one. You know?
dude, I gotta be honest. So like the first 3 rounds, the minions, whatever. Like nobody knew what happened in that round. But
was that a timer?
yeah,
Like,
it was
do you
based.
run-
It was based on timer. And then I forget what I
Okay.
played second. I think it was like beach buggy racing, and I tanked. And then in Crossy, I put down like a horrible score by my own standards. And I was like, oh, this is horrible, man. But then when I rose from the ashes, started knocking out those firsts and seconds nonstop, I was like, this is what it feels like to be LeBron James. Step up in Flappy Bird, the high score was like 70. I've never touched didn't let us touch the game before it was the first time any of us had ever played it. And just be like, yeah, there's like a 90. I was like, I've ascended. I am a next level player. And the 10,000 in Pac-Man was like, no joke, probably among the most fulfilled I've ever felt in my life. As sad as that might seem.
No, well, like, I get it, because, like, you had a legit audience there. You had people there, like, it's different, like, online versus, like, people there rooting for you.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that felt like. Like, what was it like when you walked in and you saw the dongers everywhere?
I was
Dongers
stoked.
meaning the things they hit together. You know?
I was stoked that there was so many people there. Like it was cool, but also like a little intimidating. But when you open the door on the test server, your hand moves.
What do you mean? Like, it turns a handy?
Well, like ah!
Where is he?
There's a dude in here with me, right behind me.
I'm behind you. Oh. Wait, what? Wait.
Is this server okay?
No. Very
I'm
much
banned.
no. Very, very much not okay.
So the test server's out.
It's the
Wait.
right, Ryan.
Is he second floor?
Yeah. Okay.
Is this like old school PUBG where you have to wait for like 20 people to die before the server works?
Yes.
Wow.
This is bad.
If you watch my perspective, that didn't happen.
So,
Yeah, no, it's funny. So, this is the first time I played on this version of the test server. Last version of the test server, it was like this. Like, every time you started a game, the servers were, like, just terrible. Like, it would rubber band everywhere. And everyone was like, yo, this sucks.
Yeah.
And then the test servers went down, and they weren't supposed to come back up until, like, next week. And then they were like, they tweeted, and they were like, hey, we know there were some server issues. We think we fixed them. Go ahead and test our servers for us again. And that was yesterday, so yeah, they didn't fix it at all.
meanwhile, Fortnite. You see that? You see the chart of Twitch viewership?
No.
Head to head, like PUBG and Fortnite viewership. They're not quite like head to head, but they're getting there.
Dude, I'm just waiting for that Fortnite holiday drop, and then it's over. Say goodnight, Brendan. Real quick though, Ryan, when did you like first see the audience for the first time?
My heat was second, so it was like just after the first day started, I walked out and was like, whoa. So I think like it's been long enough that I can at least tell you honestly, the audience in Champions of Fire 1 was about 10 people. And I think maybe 11 of them were involved in the creation of the event in some way or another. So, like, to walk out, and there were probably like 80 to 100 people out there. It's hard to tell from on stage, but yeah. And they were like, they were going wild. So it was a different atmosphere for sure. Like,
were there any competitors, like legit real talk now that it's over, that you're like, all right, I would prefer not to go against them because I think they're really good?
In the tournament?
Yeah.
Okay, so like in the qualifying rounds, but before I get into this, you guys want to land like somewhere not that spicy in case we can just wait for like the server to kill some people and then
someone tweeted me like, hey Dan, you need to go to one of these spots, thank me later, like one of these forks in the road. I don't know which one it was though. We can go, want to go to this one?
Let's go. That's a bit yeah, we can like try to hump to like shelter. It's crazy, but we can try. It's a nice slow hump.
Like none of the rounds were head-to-head scoring except for Sonic and there was one more. I can't remember what it is. Sonic and Beat Fever were both head-to-head, and so it doesn't really matter who you play in your heats, but it is kind of demoralizing. Out of 10 heats, I played Hafu twice, and I played Yasuo twice. So, I mean, I'm not gonna... I did beat Hafu and Sonic under, you know, asteriskable circumstances, because Tablet Dude, bless his heart, after a couple of technical malfunctions, just started her as a character she'd never played before in one of the rounds. But anyway, that's not that big of a deal. But, and I beat Yasuo once in real racing, but, like, you're going up against the cream of the crop.
I couldn't even remember the other people that weren't on day 2. I know that sounds bad, but it's like...
There's a lot of people, like...
Yeah. I thought, see, the way I thought it was seeded by what you told me, I thought, like, hey, everyone got seeded. It's just you got a first round bye. But no, they chopped half the field down.
Yeah. Which is good, because, like, the final day still took, like, 8 hours, so...
Yeah. What did those people do on the second day?
Some of them got a chance to go take a break. They were like, hey, like, you 5, you can just come back at, like, X time. Then, like, a couple people, they were like, we want you around to sit on the couch and, like, do a segment of banter.
Do they have food and stuff for you?
Yeah, it was catered.
What was it? What did they have on the table?
First day, I'll level with you, C- on the food. Not that amazing, like, you know, small sandwiches and, you know, New York is it's a very modern city. So when they brought it out, there were like 8 chicken sandwiches and then like 30 mushroom and 45 tofu sandwiches. And I was like, I don't mind mushrooms or tofu, but I really like that chicken. When I got out there, it was all gone. But then the remaining days, they brought the heat. I think production was like, this catering is not that good. So they came back and they had like, you know, warm croissants with ham and cheese on them and like some high quality catering.
Yeah, your dude, the host, ate one on stage.
The croissants?
Yeah.
Oh, they were fantastic. They were delicious.
Austin, how much of it did you watch?
I just watched most of the segments Ryan was on.
I saw you in chat a few times for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I feel like that whole thing, all of its success just rides on the NLSS viewers.
I can't say that.
You can't say that, but
you're entitled to your opinion. I can't say that.
The only thing I saw, like I think it was on the Reddit. It was like an image of Ryan while Ryan was in the tournament. 10 minutes after, you know, did you see the one I'm talking about, Austin?
Wait, say that again.
It was an image and it said like, all right, here's the number of viewers while Ryan was on.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Like 10 minutes after, 40 minutes after.
You can get in the car in one attempt. This is incredible. But yeah, you know, I'll say the same thing I said on Twitter. Everybody at the event was working really hard. Everybody was also kind of like, it's a little strange event to have like, there's like makeup and, you know, professionals miking you up and being like, and you're like, really, for this? And then you're like, yeah.
I'm gonna go to core.
Okay.
You're getting a taste of that Les Moonves life.
Exactly, yeah. Well, it is being apparently It's being cut up for CBS.
It is?
And their last time they did Champions of Fire, not CBS Sports, sorry, but
Okay.
they last time they cut it into 2-hour blocks. This is somebody else. Yeah, okay.
That's me. That's me.
This time they're cutting it into 10 episodes of something. I don't know if it's 10 half-hour episodes or something, or 10 1-hour specials, but that's going to be interesting.
People in
wild.
People in chat were getting on the host because they wore the same outfits. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna have to like make like 2 days look like one-ish, you know, and that's why you guys wore those. I must say, you were Oreo fitted much better this one.
Yeah, they gave me a medium this time, which was nice. Didn't come together quite as last minute, I think, which helped. No, yeah, it was fun to be a part of, as always. Like,
it does, like, and we've been talking about this. A lot of people have been saying this, but even if it's not this, I feel like an NLSS tournament of shame, whether it was huge or small or whatever, that was actually like just a big event every year. I feel like that would actually be really interesting.
The thing, so I did see you guys be like, it'd be cool if we did Champions of Fire, but just like with only NLSS members. And I'm with you. I think that would be hilarious. But I also am like, Amazon's never gonna do that.
No, they're not.
It's just gonna, it 100% like promotes us instead of anything that they're doing. So I would like, it's weird because even while we're watching and we're like, you know, the viewer count, you know, it's going up and down. Everybody can see that, but
you
like,
can see that.
Well, I mean, if we wanted
in the backstage.
to, yeah,
backstage.
Like,
okay.
You know, you could access the information is what I mean, but like,
okay.
It's not even just about that. Like, it's also about TV, and it's about, I guess Amazon uses it to like pitch developers on the App Store and be like, you know, if you come to our App Store, maybe we could hook something like this up for you, and you know, so it's like we as streamers, we just see the view count go up and down, and we go like, man, 12,000 people, this is like a huge production. But for them, they derive a little bit of different value out of it, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. It's like it's
still think it would be more successful regardless.
I don't know, because I mean, I would sign on to it I'd sign on to it into a heartbeat, of course, but like I think that they would see it more as like a, hey, we're gonna like pay you, we're essentially gonna foot like a few $100,000 bill just to have you guys promote your own stuff here.
Just dick around,
right? But I still think the end result is better than what they're doing now for them. So do they lose anything out on that in the first place?
I mean, I'll leave that question for Daniel, the TV expert.
I mean, here's what I think the way something like that would work is you would number one, you'd have to get someone else to organize the entire thing and then have it be loaded with games that the developers want promotion for, and that's how you fiscally get it done, in my opinion, if you really wanted to do it, which I think would be fun. But
I would be so down for it.
But you have to get someone like D-Mart to like literally do the whole thing, because none of us are going to organize.
Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Like I say, I agree with you. I don't think Amazon would ever do it, but I do think that having something like that would still make people happy or be interesting or be worth it for all parties.
Also, you can attack it from a different perspective, because you did that. I forget what it was called. What is that thing you just did? That was big, but it was like kind of homegrown.
Oh, yeah, the Minecraft marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like homegrown, right? It's not like sponsored by X, Y, or Z, or were there multiple sponsors? How did that work?
I think they're just directly. There are sponsors, but I think they're also sponsored by the charity itself too.
Got it.
The charity helps with the event as well, and the whole space that was there, that huge tech space was all like donated right by the tech company. So all the cameras, all the equipment, everything was donated, and that like space was like $200,000 for the whole thing, and they just gave it out. So that's super generous of them. But yeah, no, I still agree with you.
I mean, on the flip side, though, I mean, I don't know, is anyone in the group like super techie?
I don't think so. That's the thing, is that event, that Minecraft event, is run by Sevidus, and Sevidus is literally a workaholic, does everything, insane man who, like, his whole company is based off of like his ridiculous work ethic, and I think he's also just a rocket scientist, actually. So, like, I think he went to school for rocket science. So it does take that one crazy guy who's really, really a hardworking individual to make something like that work.
Well, I mean,
I don't
and
think
the
we
other
have
thing is, if
any
people
bad-
want like even close to the same level of production value, which I think is part of what gives Champions of Fire its unique charm,
Yeah.
then you do need like there were like at least 10 people we interacted with daily. Not even talking about like cameramen that we never saw and stuff like that, camera
Like
operators, I
PAs
guess.
and stuff
Oh, yeah,
like
Yeah,
that.
I'm sure
yeah,
they
yeah.
hired a whole production company.
Yeah,
Like,
people that
it's
would be like,
Amazon.
oh,
they got the money for that.
People walk out and be like, "Oh, which one of you is Northernlion?" And you're like, "Yeah, that's me." And they're like, "Yeah, you know, I don't know who any of you are, and that's okay." Let's go. Oh, you guys go ahead.
Oh yeah, we don't have a car for you. Shit.
I'll just run to this circle.
Is there a bike right here? Or is it a bush? It's a bush. Scratch it.
So like, that's why I keep trying to emphasize. Like, yeah, I know that there's ups and downs in terms of the quality on stream. To get the ups and downs took like, it takes a village, is what I'm trying to say. Like it was an outrageous, and we were always trying to like. I was talking to the people micing us up and stuff like that, and being like, "Hey, I hope things are going well for you. I get it. We're here, and we're all like, you know, you're a little hungry. You got long days, but you're going. You know, our job's easy. We're only working for like 25% of it. People that are like doing the camera operation, or even like the hosts. I know like people give the hosts a hard time. They're on stage 12 hours a day. Like during the times when the cameras were off, they would just close their eyes and like try to catch a micro sleep or something like that.
Yo, can I ask you something real quick? Was there any part of you that, I mean, I know it kind of grew into a meme. Was there any part of you that thought about telling Ali before, like, hey, people call me NL or Ryan, but not.
No, I think like the northern thing is like funny now. I didn't get a great chance to like answer it, but I did have like a line stored up that was like, when I'm at home, I'm Northernlion, but when I step onto that stage, I become Northern. Like I was ready to drop something like that on them, but the time wasn't right.
Real quick for Austin, I guess what I'd say is I think what a fair barometer would be for like a homegrown event, which I think is doable. So if you ever see JP's like home D&D shows, when he has Sir Scoots come in and like produce the whole thing.
Oh, Buggy Den.
I think that could be like a.
I'm gonna get sharked. I did not get sharked.
Have you ever seen one of those?
Yo, we're gonna be in such serious trouble in like 2 seconds, you madman.
Why?
They're gonna stop and shoot us. We got no cover. They just got out.
I'm covering you guys.
Ooh. Was that you or me, Austin?
That was me.
Is that you shooting still?
Yeah. I'm being shot at now, though.
Are you in the blue?
No, I'm out.
Oh, let's go.
Where is he, Dan?
He is 245. Use your new Skyrim odometer on top. Tells you the exact number. 240 of me.
Oh, yep. I see him. Buggy boys. They're coming for you, Dango.
You got a number on him?
I'm in trouble. Well, they're fighting each other? Holy shit.
You got him.
I mean, no, there's more, though.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but we got a long way to go, boys. We could. Want me to steal this guy's US? I think that may be the play.
Oh, yeah, he's in trouble back there.
I'm dead.
Yeah, he got torn.
I didn't think they were just sitting there, man.
Ryan, what do you think about Mr. Steal Your US?
Well, you could take the UAZ if you want. It's fine by me.
What are you gonna do?
Well, you're gonna pick me up, right? So I'm gonna get in the passenger
Yeah.
seat. You're gonna drive me somewhere.
Yo, Austin, did you get a little bloodthirsty there?
I thought they would be trying to. I don't know. I didn't assess the situation properly. I haven't played this game in like over a week.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little shaky as well.
I heard you gave it up because until the new patch is out. Is that true?
The live server is just not fun to play anymore. It's too buggy. Just the frames are still really bad.
Not like this. This is butter.
Oh yeah, this is still really good, but the rubber banding is still a huge problem.
Dan, do you have that? What's going on with this UAS situation?
Where are you at?
I was where we were when we got in the fire. Where are you at?
I got the US. I'm in the red now. I don't see you.
He's to your right, Dan.
Okay. There he is. All right. Ryan, oh, you haven't heard the bombs yet, Ryan?
I
it's
have.
World War II. Oh,
I
you have?
They whistle, yeah.
It's so good.
All right. Let's not blow up.
Oh yeah, spectator audio is reversed in this version.
Will you give me a mark here, Northern?
Yeah. We're gonna cross. Drive to Orange. We're gonna cross that bridge.
Okay. Yo, how was Kate during the event? Was she like tense?
Yeah, I mean, even when I got knocked out and I was watching people compete, I think it's much worse to be watching than it is to compete because when you're up on stage, you're like, I have control of my own destiny. And you're, in Crossy Road especially, you're like, I see that car. Like I make the plays I make knowing the situation, but on stage you're like, or when you're watching people, you're like, oh my God, look out! They don't see it.
Yo, I'll tell you what, the game looked the coolest or most like, I guess, interesting.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Game.
Oh,
piano game.
Dancing lines.
Yeah, is that with like it goes to the music?
Yeah. Everybody we talked to was like, "Yo, dancing lines look really cool." It is. It's also by far the most frustrating game in the whole pack because when you lose, you start from zero, and then if you ever make a mistake, you're just done. And you might not see it on screen, but the game like lies to you.
What do you mean?
Like usually it goes like to the melody. Every time there's a beat in the melody, you like press a button. But sometimes they deliberately skip them, or they'll like throw things onto the screen to make you think that you have to turn, but you actually have to go straight. And
speaking of, you want to turn in here?
Just go orange. Yeah, okay, sure. Let's do this. Fine. Okay, yeah. Wonderful.
I saw closed doors.
Why would you?
I saw closed doors.
Win length.
Win length.
That's my bad.
You're just too trusting. You see?
Did you see any open doors?
No, but that doesn't mean there's not. It's like a high tier spot. You got if you're getting like 30 people left, you're down to the dregs. You're not like let's go check quarry.
I do want to reiterate though, because I feel like it's kind of rude to say what I've been saying about this event. Like, oh, if it was the NLSS, it would be so much better. It's kind of rude to the other contestants, but like what I mean by that is like these are a bunch of questionable games. They're not the most fun games in the world.
Let's be rude to the devs now instead.
Yeah, of course. But the NLSS literally like thrives on playing silly games that don't have a lot of value to them. Like it's what makes the NLSS sometimes.
I'll tell you what, people that were unaware of me were very curious of how I got this much support for this event. And having to explain to people what the NLSS is without being like, yeah, we talk about cum like a lot, was a delicate operation. I'd be like, yeah, we run. It's like people are like, so do you like what kind of content do you stream? Like, are you play like battlegrounds or strategy games or stuff? And I'm like, we kind of just like play whatever, and it's more of like it's meant to be kind of like a talk show sort of thing, but it's got a vibe that's hard to get across. I think in like 30 seconds. It's like a podcast with games in the background.
I'd say that's your elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Or it's a variety like I don't even know. Like it's like Johnny Carson.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. It's not like Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon's a little bit Johnny Carson. You got Andy Kaufman. You got Jim Carrey.
Did you watch the Andy Kaufman Jim Carrey documentary?
Dude. Jim Carrey has ascended. What did you think of it? Austin, have you seen it or no?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
got a lot.
I thought the documentary was really cool. I thought it was good.
Had you seen Man on the Moon before?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Okay, what did you like about the documentary?
I liked a lot of it. I liked how I respect Jim Carrey for completely like immersing himself in the character, and I also love that everybody else on set was not having it at all. Everybody else was just like rolling their eyes. It's like a documentary of the making of that movie, The Room, if The Room had actually turned out like pretty well.
Will you give people an acquiescence like as to what the documentary is about and what Jim Carrey did, so people understand, and they're not like, TAE.
This is actually so spicy.
TAE.
TAE.
Teach anybody anything.
TAA.
TAA, the Transportation Authority Association. So anyway, Andy Kaufman was a kind of like absurd, surreal comedian from like the 1970s and 80s who part of his thing was making the audience uncomfortable. You never knew like what was serious and what was part of the bit. And then they made, this is going to be bad. And then they made a movie about Andy Kaufman after he died called Man on the Moon, starring Jim Carrey as Andy Kaufman. And then just now they released a documentary about the making of Man on the Moon. I'm dead. With behind-the-scenes footage of the production of the film.
And Jim Carrey is a method actor.
Jim Carrey,
never breaking character.
Yeah, 100% stays in character like the whole film. Maybe not 100%. Okay, I'm 100% about to die.
Fuck.
Don't die because I got an 8x.
Oh, okay. I'll just defeat him with my fists versus his shotgun.
I'm getting crossbowed.
There we go.
Why didn't you just run?
What do you? I mean, I ran. Why didn't you just run when you got killed last round, Austin?
Why didn't you just run, Ryan?
This is the last PUBG episode I'm recording. I'll tell you that much. Come back, get grilled about Champions of Fire. Then Uber eats me straight to my coffin. I get shot. Austin's like, why don't you just not get shot?
Wow, I had the guy dead to rights except for the balancing chamber. Oh, you trash bucket. So anyway, I enjoyed it too from like a method acting perspective. But you want to know what I took away from it, not to get too deep? What Jim Carrey said at the end.
Fuck. Sorry, I wasn't listening. I had to turn on my AC. What's up?
I said I enjoyed like the method acted, like the looking behind the curtains, but I most enjoyed what Jim Carrey said at the end.
What did he say at the end?
He said, here's a dude, literally. Come on, someone's up here. Had everything in the world. Money, fast cars, Yeezys. Gratata, let's go! But my dude was like literally miserable.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that was like, and you could see in his face, like he's, you know, on another level. But like, you know, he's not BSing you. I just think it's good. It was a little touching to me, and I don't get that kind of way during movies. You know?
I feel you. Like, I did come away with a little bit more respect for Jim Carrey. I do think that he is like out of his mind.
What gave you that impression?
Oh. Yeah, definitely. After I watched it, I was like, he's like he's more sensitive than people give him credit for. I think.
You gonna take these boys out, Dan?
How? How did that miss?
You're in a bit of a pickle here.
Welcome to my show. Is this going to pay off or not going to pay off?
I'm going to say payoff.
See, now here's the thing, Austin, because we're playing Furpy, there's none of this tomfoolery. They got to come down the alleyway. I do have to say, Ryan, since you've been gone and through the acquiescence of Austin.
What?
Oh!
Take him out. Let's go.
Through the acquiescence of Austin.
Yeah.
Furpy's growing on me.
Yeah,
it really
yeah.
is.
I'm glad to hear that.
Not that I would never turn my back on Thurpy, but I hear him out here. Oh, nice shot. Nice
He
shot.
took his boy. That's all that matters.
Well, thanks for watching our warm-up round. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more of the future. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.